Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, 100% RC, Professor Damian Flowers, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of the Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers and RC in the house tonight. What's up, gentlemen?
It's been a long weekend.
Long weekend, long day. Man, feel like I need a vacation or something.
What up, y'all?
What? What y'all? She staring off in space, RC.
Yeah, but I'm saying I ain't had a long nothing. I'm just like I was gonna say I had a long, but no, I didn't. Didn't have a long nothing. So I hope you guys. I'm glad y'all made it to this week, and I hope this week be better. That's all I know to say.
Hey,
I
feel you. Yeah, I just need some more sleep. That's all.
You need some more sleep.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Get off Apex.
That's it.
I can't help that. All right, let's go ahead and dive in to our VOF game picks and see where we stand. Y'all ready?
Yeah, we gotta make sure we check you. We gotta go and put them up there.
Let me put the music on. Let's get some music going. All right, let's see it. RC took Flowers took some gambles this week.
What's my record? I gotta check
this week. You only got 11 games right. Mm-hmm. You took the Browns. I don't know why you took the Browns. I thought you.
No, I did not change. I changed that. Go back and look at the messages.
No,
I said right before the game. Change to the Ravens. You said okay, bet. I can send the snapshot. So you gotta watch.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what we were talking about in the group chat.
No.
About the betting. Okay, I give you that one.
See, this is what we talking about.
Hey, I thought you were talking about the bets. I thought you were trying to tell me to change the Browns to the Ravens in our bet slip in our parlay.
I tagged all the game picks and said change Browns.
See?
Yeah, so you trying to do
I thought look, we on two different pages.
No, we ain't on two different pages.
So you got 12 right. With RC.
We know you trying to keep me down in the dump. It's all right.
Look, RC, he don't want to be last.
Well, check this out. Listen, bro. It's not like you got a 12-game lead, man.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
One bad week, dude, you at the bottom.
I'm just saying. Right now, Tyler killing it, right?
So I'm gonna stop picking the Saints because that's who kicking my ass.
Exactly.
Sorry, motherfucker.
Hey, that's only two losses count against
12-4, and a lot of it because of the Saints.
Yeah, right. I'm done. They cost me money and they costing me in the pick.
Yep. Yes, they are.
Nah,
who they got this week?
On the Saints. Hey, go and put down the Bengals. Put that on the what's another team that should win today?
The Browns.
Put down the Steelers.
The Steelers. Yep.
Steelers. Yep.
So there we go. But guess how many games Tyler got right last week?
How many?
This week. He got 14 right.
That's good.
He went with the Texans and he went with the Titans.
Look, you can. I ain't never been no hater, but you can piss in the wind and make it rain. I just said something that part.
Hey, Tyler said he doing his homework.
Listen, shit. Listen, football's so unpredictable this year. Now I did tell you Miami was gonna lose to Buffalo because that's just what football is. Now whoever Miami playing this week gonna get smashed.
Right, it's coming off that. That was a good game, man. The Miami, they just had some turnovers, and
It's a little more to it than that. It's a
they'll
little
get
more
into
to
it.
it than that.
They were getting into it though. They were getting pressure on them.
They was giving it to the Dolphins as a whole.
Yep.
Yeah, they couldn't cover them. They had D's breakout on them. Gay Davis had a nice little touchdown on the side. So, all right, we're just gonna run through the games, but just give y'all little insights on some of these, and we'll talk about the major ones. The Falcons, they lose to the Jags 23-7. Flowers, the Falcons, should they start Heineke? We're gonna keep asking that question until they get it right.
They ain't got it right yet, so I'm guessing Ritter gonna be in there another week because they have nothing. It is bad. They have no kind of passing attack. You can't depend on the run game to get you through all these games. You got to make a certain amount of throws in these games to be able to win these games, and Atlanta can't do it. So that's putting them as one. Well, if they can't pass, man, they'll be one of the worst teams in the league.
Right. Ritter threw a pick six in the second quarter. He had another interception on the next drive. So he had a pick six, and on the next, when they got the ball back, he had an interception. Then he had a sack fumble in the fourth. So, hey, that's the Falcons for you. All right. The Dolphins and the Bills. The Dolphins lose to the Bills 48-20. RC, your boy Josh Allen, he walking with his chest poked out. What you saying about them Bills?
Was not shocked. Some team has a bad matchup. They don't match up well against them. They actually had to go from the south to the north. So basically, that travel probably affected them. But then also them 70 points they hung disrespectfully on Denver. You just don't do that in the National Football League. I'm not saying they ran it up on them, but save some of them points for next week. But I mean, it's National Football League, week-to-week league, and they look bad this week. So I wasn't surprised at all. I promise you I wouldn't.
Flowers, are the Bills your favorites in the AFC now?
They're probably looking like the most complete. If you ask me, as of now, I would say they're probably the best team in the AFC. The thing with Miami, I'm not knocking Miami. It's a week-to-week league, but I just think they're going to beat teams that are inferior to them. But teams like Buffalo, they can move the ball, they can be physical with them. They're going to have trouble with because the offensive line is not good. And then you can move the ball on them. I mean, all the teams they play have moved the ball on them. Let's not kid ourselves here. Unless I'm not trying to diss them or anything. They're a hell of an offensive team, but they can be had.
Right, because we saw the Chargers move up down the field on them, and that was a close game. So imagine the Bills are 2 times better than the Chargers, and I didn't think it was gonna be that type of game, but yeah, the Bills was ready. The Dolphins, they seem like they got punched in the mouth. They're like, whoa, two heavyweights going against each other.
6 points in the second half. The Bills pressed them, took away the crossing routes. Tua couldn't beat them deep. I know the Bills do probably hate they lost for Davius, but they get Von Miller back. So, the pass rush becomes better.
All right. They try to get momentum going when they went for 4th and 1 and failed that. I think sometimes you should gamble, but I guess they seen how the game was going. They decided to go for a 4th and 1. And Tua had an interception in the third that helped that cost him. And I think he must have had a fumble, if I'm not. So they had some costly mistakes, but the Bills, man, they always throwing out some haymakers, and the Dolphins was just kind of, taking back, like, okay, this is different. I think next time they play, I think it'll be a lot closer than what we saw this past Sunday.
Josh Allen owns the Dolphins. I think he's won like 13 or 14 out of the last such and such again. It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. So the Bills again beat the Dolphins 48-20. All right, the Broncos beat the Bears in late fashion 31-28. Flowers, Justin Fields. I mean, we can't blame him this time, right?
I'm not blaming Justin Fields. I blame that terrible ass coaching staff Even if Eberflus was an Indianapolis coach once upon a time, he was terrible. That was terrible decision making. You're tired. You're going for it on fourth down. Kick the field goal. Let Denver,
Right.
play to try to either tie or win the game. You stand a better chance. Hell of a play call on fourth down. I'm being sarcastic if you can't tell. Hell of a play call. Nothing creative at all about it. Denver gets the ball back, puts 3 on the board. Fields gets it, throws an interception, if I'm not mistaken. Boom.
Fourth,
Game over.
Yeah, that was very questionable. Why not take the points and make Denver drive down the field and score their own points? You know what I'm saying? It was just bad play call. I feel like Justin Fields, I guess anybody can play against that Denver defense, was just telling. He had a nice game that he should have against this defense, and that's just to prove that he just need to give him time, give him acclimated with the offense. Play to his strengths. He did have a couple of nice runs in that game. Just play to his strengths, and I think this team can be a lot better. RC, what do you think of the Broncos coming into this game?
Well, first of all, I don't think of the Broncos no more. I'm seeing you on retirement about Sean Payton, aka John Gruden. But I really think the Bears got a call from upstairs and said, "We're tanking." Okay, you look too goddamn good. Y'all looking too good. Hey, look, listen, we tanking, and it went that way, went the other way quickly. Then my line, it looked like they just forgot how to play football.
Day and night.
Came all the way back.
Day and night.
Dominating. Like I'm talking about, I was blown away. I was like, football is real. How could you look this good? And then look so bad the week before. But I'm not saying that the players tanked it in. I'm saying the play call got crazy. When you see the play call just kind of flatline, yeah, it's time to tank. Because I think they want Caleb Williams. I think they're not, Justin Field won't be that guy going in the future. So, yeah, and as far as the Broncos, I don't think anything about the Broncos. I think it's a shit show. That's just my opinion.
They put together some good jobs late to overcome this point score. But man, they're just telling the Broncos have a lot to work, especially with their defensive pieces. They gotta get their thing together. Cause I don't think the offense is bad. I think that the defense.
How good was that defense last year? Really good.
Really good.
And in comes this guy. And you change
what's the name?
Your guy, Sean Payton. I'm trying not to say his name.
Vance Joseph. Sean Payton didn't change defense though.
But
he hired Vance Joseph though.
But he didn't change the defense. Who defense coordinator last year for the Broncos?
When he in Arizona last year, they had a really good defense last year. They played really well.
I was thinking about that the other day. I'm sorry to say.
My point is, your guy comes in and want to overhaul and bring in his own guy. When there's nothing wrong with the defense, though. You ain't had your tires aired up with. He
didn't change the defense. He just brought.
I got a great example for you, Ben, because you said something. You were talking about Rob Ryan not too long ago when he was our defense coordinator. Riddle me this: how can Steve Spagnuolo be our defense coordinator, be terrible, and then go to Kansas City and be great?
Hey, that's. I don't know. He was good with the Giants, but I guess
personnel. Go Sean Payton, man.
But no personnel too. I mean, you gotta get the right personnel. Maybe he didn't have the right personnel in New Orleans, and he didn't change up nothing. He kept doing the same old thing. That's not our fault. Yeah, I'm just saying. Sometimes the right personnel, maybe that's it. Sean Payton don't tell this man how to run defense. He's there to implement your system, and that's what he did.
I'm just saying, man. See a pattern, man.
I mean, why would the Giants let him go? I mean, after the Giants won Super Bowl, Giants won Super Bowl, I mean, Steve was gone.
It's a revolving door, man. It's the NFL.
Hey, I'm just saying. All right. The Ravens beat the Browns 28-3. I mean, they should have won that game, right? Flowers.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Yeah, there ain't too much to talk about this one. No,
right.
No, Deshaun. You put Dorian, the young guy in. Can't remember his whole name. Dorian Finnegan Thompson, something like that.
Dorian
put him in there.
Robinson.
Yeah, Thompson Robinson. Excuse me.
DTR. Yeah.
But you can't. That's too much to ask for on a short week. The deal with Lamar and company. That was supposed to happen.
Right. What's so funny is I bet Saturday I took the +2 on the Ravens. So the next morning it was a minus. Yeah. They changed it to a minus what, 3?
-1 or 2. Yeah, probably -3. Yep, -3.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
And I was laughing. I kind of like, oh yeah, that's easy for me. That's easy for me because I took the +2 on the Ravens.
But that's why I changed my pick because as soon as I see Deshaun Watson out, well, I can't take that.
RC, you should test me too, then, bro.
Bro, I ain't gotta text you. Listen, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. One thing I know is about the NFL as well, like all teams aren't created equal.
No.
Like there's some teams who it don't matter who goes down, they still play at a certain level, and the Browns ain't one of those teams. Because they had like Deshaun Watson ain't just been playing like his hair on fire. He ain't been playing this great. It just looked, man, they couldn't
But
do
DTR's a
nothing.
rookie too. He's a rookie.
Yeah, but Deshaun looked like a rookie this year. Like, bro, they couldn't do nothing, man. It was like the Titans defense with the 85 Bears or something out there. Like, it was hard.
If you saw it too, DTR didn't make things easier. He had a lot of bad passes and turnovers.
He did.
So they kept the Browns defense very busy. Yes, Sunday.
Did Garrett get out of that without a leg injury? I know his leg got caught up under his cleat got stuck in the grass and he couldn't.
I didn't hear too much about it. I'm not quite sure on the injury update.
He limped off.
All right. The Bengals lose to the Titans 27-3. All right, RC, Joe Burrow. Is it time to panic? Are you hitting that panic button?
Joe Burrow has a major injury. The calf, ladies and gentlemen, is connected to the Achilles is connected to the calf. So if you keep playing around with that, that can get real dicey. I know that Aaron Rodgers played with it, and it's just ironic that he got through that year and then he gets hurt. Eventually hurts his Achilles. If you start having pain at the bottom of your foot, all the way to the back of your calf, the back of your heel, you got an issue. And he's trying to play through it. Burrow is a guy that make plays. He's an off-schedule quarterback. He can't do that right now, and he's hurting his team. He needs to sit out and get healthy because the Bengals are a lot better than their record. And I think I don't know who the backup is, but if he sits out a few games and let that thing heal, and they rely on the run, because they got talent, I believe they'll be able to win a few games. Aren't they going on a bye week this week?
No, about 2 weeks away from it.
Okay, well, it's at some point you gotta, I would sit dude and let him try to hit up a little bit. So I'm worried about them.
All right. So Flower, what will you do about the Bengals situation?
I would think about later on than the now. I would have been shut them down. I would have shut them down the first 3-4 games because they'd be in the same position they're in right now, 1-3. I think they got the Cardinals and somebody else, and then a bye week. The one thing I will say about the Bengals, I knew better. I should have went with Tennessee, but I was thinking they got that win. Tennessee, just more mind thinking. But if you come to really think about it, they're predictable. They're too predictable because Joe is sitting in shotgun, so it's a pass. You can't get under center and hand it off, no play action. You can't play off schedule. So when they play people like Tennessee, they can get after the quarterback and make things difficult. Joe is not comfortable. So I would have rested him first month, the whole month of September. I probably would have sat him down and just, bit the bullet and been 1-3, 0-4, and try to go from there because I just wouldn't want to risk nothing, long term.
Yeah, he's your franchise quarterback. You think you want to take care of him for the long run. Cause he dealt with injuries ever since he got into the NFL. So why would you put that much pressure on his body to still maintain the same record you as now, 1-3?
Think about this. The Bengals beat the Rams. Okay. The Rams beat the Colts this weekend. Like these teams are very inconsistent and unpredictable. We thinking the Bengals are gonna beat the Titans who just got blasted. Okay, so it's like, it's a coin toss. Like you really don't know what team you're gonna get. They may play really good next week. So
Kyle, they beat the Rams this past Sunday night. The Bengals did. So that's why I was kind of confused. I'm like, they should be able to handle the Titans, who O-line is bad, and everything else.
Let me throw a wrench in this real quick. I know we're trying to be quick tonight, but maybe, and this is my outside man thinking now, Zach Taylor knows McVay. He came from him. So we should have thought that game probably should have been. Now that we're thinking about it, we probably have to put more logic into things like that.
Yeah, that'll help with your picks.
I forgot about Zach Taylor.
That'll help with
I think, because last Sunday we went with the Rams over the Bengals.
Another one, just like Pittsburgh and Houston. D'Amico and Shanahan know each other. We just seen the 49ers thrash them.
Thrashing.
It should have hit our minds. Like,
Hey, he called Shanahan up like, "Hey, let me get that tape. Let me
or
get them blueprints."
or like Flower said. I mean, they running the same defense. You couldn't do nothing with that defense. My
yeah.
defense just ain't bad, you know. So yeah. We got that can go along in your betting when you bet too. All that comes into play.
Right.
This stuff hits me after I lose though.
Right.
But this
Right.
what
Cause
makes
you
me
now you
better
think
as
like,
it go
cause
on.
now you thinking
Right.
like, wow, why did I lose this game? You thinking like this didn't plus to happen, and you like, yeah.
But this
Yeah,
makes
it
you
happened
better.
a lot of
Makes you
times
better.
to me after I bet and they lose them. Like, bro, why did I pick this down? I realized like, oh, snap, and factor that in. So
Right.
it happens. The Saints lose to the Bucks 26-9. I have this clip for y'all. Let's see, can I put it up? Thank you, Flower, for sending this to me.
You're welcome.
You guys aren't accustomed to this kind of production.
I mean, now we are. It's been 2 years since or however long since we had that offense that was rolling. Now we kind of in this rut of, it's what it is right now, what you see. So, like I said, we got to have some conversations about something because I don't like losing.
For you, with 24 touches in this game, how did you feel?
Great.
That's the first time I hear Kamara that vocal. You know, he usually
Frustration.
keep it short and simple. You can tell he wanted to say more, but he was like, I'll keep it short. He's right. Something got changed, man. Like, we can't go from an offense putting up 30 points a game to barely getting 10. They say they put out a stat. I think we have scored more than 20 points or 26 points in like 2 years or something like that. No, 10 straight games. 10 straight games. We have went over 20-some points.
That's crazy.
So, the head coach of the Saints, he came out and said that he's not gonna make any changes. Like, we just gonna make adjustments. He's gonna go see what's gonna happen, and we'll roll with that. So, when is enough gonna be enough for this dude? He's ruined this team. We got too much talent to be playing like this. I was so mad that I didn't even watch the game. I kind of like just cut it off. I know I'll text RC back and forth about some other games that I should tune into because I was on the watch over there. And it just blows my mind. Pete Carmichael.
Bro, you do this every year, bro. You do this every year, bro.
Oh, you mean I do?
You do this every year. You tell us the Saints are the world's best, and they're gonna do this, and this is our year of Live Slave, Dog And I told you,
he only had one target.
a
One
defensive
target.
coordinator. Listen, bro,
Oh
listen
my
to me say it
God.
one more time, ladies and gentlemen. It is not the Saints, ladies and gentlemen. D'Amico Ryan, Robert Saleh, Dennis Allen, these are not great head coaches for quarterback friendly league and a quarterback friendly league. Derek Carney, the offensive minded guy. Okay. Even James Winston, the offensive minded guy. You think you're gonna just keep stopping people. Okay. And you think you're gonna just keep being predictable by bringing, this human Swiss knife and your guy, what's his name?
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill. Bringing Taysom Hill in like everybody in the league don't know what the hell he's about to do. And
He had a
then
good game, man. It's not
listen,
that.
bro. Last but not least, I'm gonna say this. Just tell me I told you so. Just tell me you say, come on. Just a good ear. Tell me what I see.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We trying to tell you, bro. It's not gonna work, Doc. It's not gonna work because you know why? Robert
Pete
Saleh got the
Carmichael.
same. D'Amico Ryan got the same problem.
It's Dan Allen and Pete Carmichael. Pete Carmichael keep trying to run Sean Payton's packages. Like, why? Like, run. It's a different team. It's a different team. It's not the same team from when Drew Brees are here. Stop trying to run the same stuff Drew used to run.
When you listen, I watch the Saints so I can be able to talk to you and not just be throwing shit at the wall. Watch Dennis Allen walking up and down the sideline. He be doing that little Sean Payton shit. He be trying to look all like he just look at me like I know what the hell going on. You don't have a clue. Do you not know I remember you in Oakland? Do you know
He was in Oakland. That is right.
I know your time. And
every stint.
Bro, give that offense. You mean to tell me Ty Bowles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got better personnel It's the same team. The Saints and the Buccaneers are the same team looking in the mirror at each other. The difference is Ty Bowles is letting his guy, who is a good OC, hey, you got that, I got this. Okay. And I do believe the OC for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers used to coach Southern Miss. And it is what's the OC for Tampa Bay? Is that guy who used to coach Southern Miss?
Who, Monken?
Monken. Is it Monken?
I'm not sure. I know it was at one time. I'm not sure
It may
who
not be
they
Monken.
offensive coordinator is now.
See who their OC is, because he doing his thing, bro. They left some points on the field. I watched some of that game.
Yeah,
Like,
they
bro,
did.
they could have scored more. So, and your defense be on the field all day long.
No, he came from Seattle. He was Seattle QB coach.
What's his name?
Dave Canellis.
Okay. Great guy to go get when you got a guy in Geno Smith who's similar to Baker Mayfield. He rebirthing this guy. Let it cater to this guy's ability. Like, that's what you need, man. That's what you need. That's all the Saints are lacking.
No, we just need fire Ken. We just need to turn the play calling over to Ronald Curry. He's a young receiver coach. Ronald Curry.
He used to play receiver?
Yeah. He did the play calling for the Saints preseason games, some of the Saints preseason games. And he actually did a pretty good job. We did our preseason team did look pretty good. So let the young guy, he's young. You always talking about let the young guys take over. He's young. Let him try it. He's better than Pete Carmichael right now.
That's something that you do 5-6 months prior to now. You can't make that move
unless
now.
If he don't change the terminology, why would it be any different?
Go hire Ken Dorsey.
Yeah, I say Ken Dorsey. I want Ken Dorsey.
The OC for the 49ers,
Ben Johnson.
Anybody who's evolved.
From the Lions, the offensive coordinator. That'd be a good head coach.
Hire Ed Benny
as the head coach.
Yes. What? Look at that team. Look at
need structure, discipline.
Bro, they scoring points. They scoring more points.
That's why I wanted Doug Peterson. That's why I wanted Doug Peterson.
Hey, Sam Howell played pretty well against the Eagles. I mean, I know that's a division team, but that's BM's first year. He played well against the Eagles.
Bro, Ben, listen to me. The Saints are not bad, bro. It's your leadership.
I know we're not. It's the leader, yeah. It's the coaches. Point blank, guys. They said MT. I forgot that stat they put out, but he ran like 6 or 7 slants per game. So he ran like 2 slants per game now. Like, wow.
We've seen that since last year. I've been questioning y'all play calls since last year, especially with Kamara. Like, you gotta just get it to him.
Can y'all please help me understand why Graham not being utilized once we get down to the red zone?
Jimmy Graham?
He didn't touch the field.
Jimmy Graham?
Mm-hmm.
But Jim Graham watched that, bro. He
ain't. You haven't been watching. You not watch him? So he had a touchdown catch, a jump ball.
Bro, crazy. Let me tell you something, bro. You got so many skilled players. He is the last guy on my mind. That receiving guy.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yep.
But you got too much talent.
So you bring in Jimmy Graham in the package. So you bring in Jimmy package in a package. You gotta notice him. You have to.
You don't need
can't
it.
tell me you not notice him.
You don't need that guy.
Easy touchdown. Then that's easy touchdown.
You got some talented skill.
That's another weapon. Why handicap another weapon? So he played. Then he playing better than the other tight ends we have right now. When he do get in the game.
And another problem I have with the Saints is I try to tell you Derek Carr is not good. Like, just be honest. If somebody give you away, listen, bro, the 49ers traded Trey Lance to the Cowboys. The Cowboys supposed to be my rival. That's like telling your best friend you sleep with your wife. That means I don't have no value in this woman. I don't see no. She mean nothing. She's for the streets. This guy, your quarterback, was given to just.
He's good enough to carry this team. He's good enough to help us get to a playoff. It's the play calling. If it was anybody else, he'd been doing way better.
I got a question for you.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Derek Carr hurt you more this past weekend by being out there?
Yeah, cause I feel like some of the throws off. He wasn't as accurate. They should have set him down for at least a week or so.
Bro, when the Raiders send you home, the Raiders,
And look, and tell me where the Raiders are at now. They
Well,
still losing.
They did that because they didn't want to pay him.
Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
but still, there ain't nobody not wanting to pay good quarterbacks. Ain't nobody getting rid of good quarterbacks.
I can't disagree.
Listen, tell me in history when the team just got rid of a good quarterback. You just go.
Tom Brady.
Bye. No, they ain't getting rid of Brady.
Yeah,
They ain't getting rid of Brady.
They ain't
Listen,
want to
bro.
pay him no more. They ain't want to deal with him no more.
Okay.
The only one team that I can think of that's foolish to this day is the Chargers.
Yeah, but he was damaged goods. But I'm gonna say this about Brady. Brady had played umpteen years. Patriots like, bro, you've been here since 2000. Okay, 2000, bro. It's time. Look, we got to do something different. But that's an
Look how
asterisk.
that turned out for him.
But the Raiders gave that guy away. Ask Raider fans about Derek Cook. Okay, we can move on.
So it's mixed. It's mixed, honestly, between the Raiders Nation and about Derek Carr. But the thing is, y'all still not winning anything. At least Derek Carr gave y'all a shot at winning some games. Y'all don't even have a shot.
He was their best shot. We can't take
he was
that
their
away
best
from
shot.
him.
Now you don't have no shot. You literally unload your gun and now you're shooting blanks.
Tanking.
That's what you're doing. What you say?
Tanking. They're tanking too.
They did. Yeah, they need Caleb Williams, guys. I don't know. O'Donnell, it's still out on him. He had a decent game.
Yeah, he's gonna be okay.
That pick six. No, threw an interception in the late fourth. But anyway, I'll let Flowers take over here. Colts lose to the Rams 29-23.
I'll be short and sweet. In my honest opinion, both halves were telling two tales. The first half, out-coached, penalties, field goal at the end of the half would have won us the game if you think about it later on. But in my opinion, man, the first drive, we come out strong. EJ Speed get a dumbass penalty, 15-yarder hitting Staff out of bounds. We have a 3 and out. Would have got out the field. That happens. They drive, get a touchdown. We had 3 offensive linemen. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses. But we did have 3 starters out. Anthony Richardson wasn't a problem. Aaron Donald was a problem all day long.
Yes.
When I say he on third downs, look, they would just line him up at defensive end. He'd go at the rookie left tackle. He beat him with one move. Anthony Richardson had to get rid of the ball. A lot of drops. Disappointed Alec Pierce. Now the second half, man, we came back. Fast forward to the fourth quarter. Resilient through the whole second half. We came back, tied it up. We get the ball back with under 2 minutes. We throw the ball 3 straight times. We had 2 timeouts. And we'll charge that one to the game of Shane Steichen being young and too eager at that moment, because we could have ran the ball because we had softened. We were running the ball well in the second half. I feel like we should have ran the ball with Moss, got it down, got in the field goal range. We throw it 3 straight times. We go to overtime. Nakua killed us the whole game. Like RC told you a few weeks ago, he is all over the middle of the field making catches. I take nothing away from Nakua. Hell of a game from him. But Gus Bradley, man, you got to come to the altar. You got to do something about that, because that's all they had. Like, it wasn't nothing outside the numbers or anything. It was in the middle. Calvin Williams in the first, or the running back in the first half. He had a good game. But it was just Stafford and Nakua in the middle of the field. And just like we couldn't do anything about it. So that's a coaching mishap. But hats off to the Rams.
Right. They came back and won in overtime. Puka.
Bro.
Man.
Give me credit.
Let me tell you something, bro. I don't think it's Puka. I'm going to tell y'all what this is.
Nakua.
No.
Matthew Stafford made players. Listen, man. Listen, bro.
He right. He right, bro.
Listen. What defenses are doing, don't feel bad, Flower, because we did the same thing. He ate us up with 14 catches. Like, teams are saying, I don't think he's going to keep catching. I don't think he's going to keep getting open. And he keep getting open. It makes me question how good Cooper Kupp is, because I know Cooper's a great route runner, but the ball coming anyway. And see how we was able to pick. I was waiting on Baltimore, the Colts, Indianapolis Colts to do the same thing, but we just put a safety on him. We started double covering dude. Like we had
I wish we would have. We didn't.
He was getting open.
We didn't want to, but we were forced to, and then we started getting the pick because this dude is forcing the ball to this one guy. think about the other guys on the offense for the Rams. They just running routes.
Yeah,
Tutu
Like
Atwell.
dude's gonna
it's
set an
true.
NFL record as a rookie with receptions. Watch, because he
Too.
getting a lot of targets. So I don't think Puka's that great. I think Puka is being force fed the ball like Cooper did.
Mhm.
Cooper's great, but Cooper's not better than Jefferson and all these guys. He just got volume. And
So
teams
what y'all think gonna happen when Cooper come back? When they have Cooper in
Who do you think
now
can get the targets?
that's gonna be a telltale story. It's gonna go back to Cooper, but then
Mhm. You got a second
I
option.
think Matthew
Well, I
Stafford.
think it's gonna be like OBJ and Cooper Cup when OBJ was a second option and he had a couple of good catches. Or when they had Robert Woods, and Cooper Cup. Now that was a good duo.
I'm
Matthew
with
Stafford.
RC though. Let me say something real quick though, RC.
Look,
I'm with RC in the sense that I think it's more of McVay and the scheme that prevailed more than the talent itself. That would beat us because I just felt like Gus Bradley was getting out coached. And like I said, on our offensive side, we were low, we were down on offensive line. We missed 3 starters, still came back, but the defense was the issue. And I don't think Matthew Stafford's gonna last the whole year because he took a
He was getting
beating.
hit.
He took a beating against us, and I'm surprised that he survived it.
Yep.
A lot of football left.
And on that last drive, it's like Gus Bradley's safeties were from one safety was in Meridian and the other was in Hattiesburg. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
The whole middle of the field is
Wide
split like the
open.
Red Sea, man. Parted like the
Yep.
Red Sea.
Yep.
Wide open. So yeah, good win by the Rams, and
We'll bounce
that
back.
was just good coaching, good chess match in that game. All right, the Commanders lose to the Eagles 34-31. Jalen, your boy RC, what you feeling about them Eagles?
I feel like being honest with you, man, is exactly what I think it is. You know, these guys are these highly paid quarterbacks this year have been playing exactly how I told you they were gonna play. Is as advertised. Outside of Mahomes pulling rabbits out his ass, he ain't just really played great either. But watching Jalen Hurts, he's very inconsistent. I think to me personally, the Commanders had the game. It's just like the one knock for Sam Howell is he's a gunslinger. He's He's trying too hard. He just needs to play within himself. But I think really, you know, Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, but I don't think he's elite. And teams are going to expose that down the line. But Eagles are tough, man. You're gonna have to beat them. They're not gonna beat themselves. So Jalen's gonna be fine. He just
they hardly ever turn the ball over. They play within themselves. You know, they try to get their running game going. They try to get AJ Brown going, and they take their deep shots. You know, when they have to. So they're very methodical on how they approach each and every game versus the teams. Flowers, Jalen and the Eagles, are they the team to beat?
In the NFC?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think so. I think honestly the NFC is probably better than the AFC this year. It's teaming out to beat it. I really think this is probably what it's going to be like because you can't sleep on people like Seattle. I don't know. I mean, I know we joke about Dallas, but you know, with them being in the same division, I think they can go either way. But I just don't think Philly is what it was offensively last year. Then the thing with Philly is they got a hell of offensive line, a hell of defensive line, and that's what's going to get them through the majority of these games.
That's right. I had a stat for y'all about Jalen Carter. He has one of the highest pressure rates of any.
Man, he looks good, man. I ain't gonna take it away from him. He looks good.
Listen, bro. Let me tell y'all something. Magic Johnson, they got something over there in Washington. If you watch their defensive line, bro, their defensive line is scary.
Yes, it is.
Right, they get after you.
Man, Deron Payne, I forgot all about Deron Payne. And you gotta think about Sweat and Young, and it's like they were the difference in the
tackle.
game.
What's the other tackle? It's Payne and
the other one's from Alabama too. What is his name?
What's his name? I'm having a brain fart. Allen.
Allen.
One of them got the bar going down the middle.
Allen.
That's Allen. Yeah, he the interior lineman, ain't he?
Yeah, he the run stopper. Payne's probably more of a pass rusher.
All right. The Vikings beat the Panthers 21-13. Flowers, Bryce Young, and them boys are 0-4. What you say about the Panthers so far?
What I tell you before the season started, they don't have enough. It's just what it is. And Frank out here, trying to give the world, or trying to just allow Bryce to do everything in the world instead of trying to keep him focusing on, here and there. Because Andy Dalton played a better game than Bryce, and that's
That's
not
what I was
knocking
thinking.
Bryce. That's not
Mm-hmm.
knocking Bryce. I mean, because Andy is used, of course, to the speed and everything that comes
And the
along with the
pressure.
game, pressures and this and that. Bryce is on a learning curve right now. He can play. Look, I would never say that kid can't play. I'm not going to talk about his height or anything, but in order for Bryce Young to work down in Carolina under Frank Wright, everything has to be right, and it's just
Right.
not right. So it's
I,
just not going to work. Not right
I
now.
don't think it's Bryce Young's fault. He
No.
has no receivers except for Thielen and DJ Chalk, but DJ Chalk is more of a number 2 than number 1. And that boy getting pressure on every play. They set them 5 times. Like
He's not
he
going to
seemed
last
like
a year, I don't think.
he already missed one game already.
That's right.
So I hate it for him because you'd think they would put some more pieces around him in the offseason, but
Bro,
that's how it goes.
Carolina's not as bad as the record. I'm gonna tell you why. I think this was I'm always hard on the DC being head coach, but this is a guy, it's a fossil. This is a dinosaur coaching in the National Football League, and he get the hell out. Like Frank Wright played with the Buffalo Bills, went to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row, and he was the backup and he saved their life. But his play calling is so early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, and then it don't go well with a young guy in the way football has evolved. Like they need a young coach in Carolina with a young quarterback. It's a youth movement. This guy is a fossil. This guy don't understand. Like, that's why Dalton looks so much better than Bryce Young, because Dalton is Frank Wright. That is Frank Wright all day. So my thing is, you got Adam Thielen, Chenault is his last name, I think. You got that crazy name. Then you got DJ Shard. You got, who's the other receiver? I think
Young guy from
Marshall.
LSU. Yeah.
They got a lot of talent. Chubbard, you got
Marshall.
But this is my point. The defense is great. The offense has enough pieces to win. It's that it's a bad mix. It's like bringing Phil Jackson back to the NBA right now. It ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's just evolution is happening. Frank Wright need to get the hell out the door. So I think they definitely not tanking. They just losing. They getting beat.
Yeah, they need, and Bryce Young need to have better ball security. He having a lot of fumbles, so he had another fumble lost, and it was a turn for a touchdown. So he got to work on ball security. RC, are you tired of Kirk Cousins?
Well, I feel sorry for the Vikings. I know they pain. I feel them because I had Jimmy Garoppolo, and Kirk Cousins is an egg-sucking dog. He's on that list. He does some crazy shit, man. Like, and Jefferson is the best receiver in the National Football League.
He helping him out a lot.
That kid is saving his life. He is Calvin Johnson to Matthew Stafford. Like, he is that dude. And I feel like Kirk Cousins, the biggest issue I have with Kirk Cousins, he's another one of them gunslingers. He believes in his arm. I don't know. It's like kind of like, to me at times, he get bored and do dumb shit. So I feel the pain, bro. He's one of those guys that do stuff. It just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, when I saw that box score, I couldn't believe it. First quarter was already 15-0, only because Kirk Cousins spotted him a pick 6. Unbelievable. I like the Panthers. I like the Vikings better not lose this, because it was on my ticket. I like, it's no way. Because we have -3, right? So I was like, Kirk Cousins, what are y'all doing out there in Carolina? But hey, we're all worked out in our favor. All right, the Steelers lose to the Texans 30-6. CJ Stroud, is he your favorite for the rookie of the year?
Who's
Flowers.
the question?
I thought I said Flowers.
It's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
As of now, with me being an Anthony Richardson guy, CJ Stroud is playing the best right now. Far as a whole, far as passing, far as production, I'll give him that. It's a whole lot more than what I definitely expected. I never said or doubted the kid in any kind of way, of course. I didn't mind if we actually drafted him. I would have took him either or, Richardson or Stroud. I wasn't mad if you'll go back and listen to us. You'll hear me say that. But, shout out to that coaching staff and that team, man, for going out there and really changing my mind about the Pittsburgh Steelers at the same time. And which we
Dang
already
on
knew that Matt
Pittsburgh.
Canada and the offense is terrible, but shit. The defense, I did not expect them to get bombarded like that. But like I said a few minutes ago, why did I not think of the fact of the matter that Shanahan and D'Amico have the same phone numbers? They still
Right? They
talk.
boys.
They boys. So they did the same thing against San Francisco like that. Why it didn't cross my mind that shit was gonna happen to them? But it's all right. I give Houston credit, man. Continue to build, continue to stack. They're off to the right start. I just always thought that CJ probably was gonna need some dudes around him. Nico.
Nico Collins,
great
hey,
game.
I've been screaming that name for a while. He
Great
finally
game.
showed out.
Show out, show up and show out.
And man, Texans, they got nice little weapons there with Tank Dell, that speedster. So they have some weapons for CJ Stroud. Just getting some more receivers, like another big time number one receiver for him. But I don't like what the Texans doing. They believe in him. They let him throw the ball. You hardly see those type of quarterbacks first year they let him ripping it like that. But I think he's throwing it over 250 some yards.
He's getting 300 yards a game. He's getting 300 yards a game.
300 yards a game. So this was his breakout game though, and I'm surprised how the Steelers came out and played.
Yes.
You think you see more discipline, more sense of urgency from the Steelers. Mike Tomlin team, come on now. And
against a rookie.
You're right. Mike Tomlin love playing against rookies, man. Chess match.
PJ Watt.
None of them. And I know Mike Tomlin came out and said that there are gonna be some changes. I wish our head coach, Dennis Allen, said there are gonna be some changes. But Mike Tomlin said, "Oh, there's definitely gonna be some changes. We're gonna switch some things up. We're gonna change some things up because playing like that versus a team that you put been beating, people might like, yeah, they better than the Texans." So that's a telltale sign about where the Steelers are at now. I know RC want to go ahead and give a shout out to CJ Stroud, Ohio State quarterback.
No, he's playing well. I ain't gonna hate on him. He's playing well. I think Mike Tomlin. It's time for us to pay attention or turn our focus to Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin living off that one Super Bowl. He's now in the category with Sean Payton, Mike McCarthy. They living off one Super Bowl, and I'm finishing 8-9, 9-8, 9-8. I don't have a losing record. But what do the Steelers fans? What do they think about it? They are a traditional powerhouse. They want to win. They don't
want to be the playoffs.
Mediocre.
Did Bill Cowher have 2 Super Bowls? Or he had one.
Yeah, one.
One, but he had 2 appearances.
Okay, that's what it was. He lost to the Packers,
Cowboys.
right?
Right. Lost to the Cowboys.
So he's in that category too with your boy. He's in that category.
Yeah, but they praise Bill Cowher. So they want to say, RC, winning Super Bowls are hard. And when you win that one Super Bowl, you already put it in the top rankings as coaches.
Think about the Steelers, though. They had 3 coaches in there, 50 years?
Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin, and Landry. Not Landry. No, yeah.
Chuck No.
This is the issue I have with Tomlin. He's too loyal.
I agree.
And he goes out and he gets players like, I don't know what he saw in Patrick Peterson. And
I don't know what he saw in Najee Harris.
His defense is fine. Najee Harris is a good back, bro. Listen,
his offensive line is terrible.
Jalen Warren seemed like he's doing a pretty good job behind the same.
But
I can't disagree.
The Steelers traditionally known
I'm just
for.
saying.
Look, Bam Morris, you talking about Deshaun, but not Deshaun Foster, who was it was a guy, they had a running back, last name was Foster. You had Jerome Bettis. You even had Willie Park. All their running backs, they used to run the football, and then they had a quarterback that made plays all scheduled. This is not the Steelers I grew up on and know, bro. It's good, look good on defensive side.
Yeah, they usually have a better run game. They always had a good running game. Steelers.
Matt Canada's been there for 3-4 years. RC's right. Thomas too low. Get rid of Matt Canada, man, before you sink with him.
Yeah, Barry Foster is your name. Shout out to Barry Foster. He was good too. But yeah, man, I think the Steelers, they much better than their record, man. I'm telling you.
He's not helping King pick it out. at all. George Pickens need the ball more. Deontay Johnson, is he hurt?
I think
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
been
he
hurt
is.
since week 1.
I see.
But who's the other? Who's the third? They have one more receiver that I
So
can't think of right now.
He's hurt.
is there.
Fire
Fire
move,
move
yeah,
hurt?
he's out.
Okay.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Okay. Well, somebody's over there.
George. Curious George, he's over there.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, the Raiders lose to the Chargers 24-17. No Ed second dog this time, RC.
Hey,
Flowers. Oh,
go ahead. My bad.
I'm about to say, O'Donnell, how do you think his game was yeah, Sunday, Flowers.
I'm sorry. Bless his heart. That's all I can say. Bless his heart, man. Devontae went out, which hurt my team this past weekend.
Yeah, you lost
So
to me.
he ain't had nobody to throw it to. Jacobs had a good game that I will say, but man, let me tell you something. Khalil Mack, man, 6 sacks. He hates the Raiders, and it's obvious because every time he plays the Raiders, he has a great game.
He reminded us.
Remember me?
6 sacks.
He reminded us of who he is. He reminded us of who he is. Don't forget about me.
Hey, y'all forgot. Y'all fitted me.
All this for the Chargers still to almost fuck up this game.
Yes, right. Almost,
you know what pissed me off about Staley? I think this man wants to be fired. I never seen this before. The Chargers are up by a touchdown, I want to say. Yep. And they went for on 4th and 1 on their own 30.
Crazy, man. That's the second week in a row he's done this.
Man, I don't think he wants to be fired. I think it's sometimes people are out of their element. They're not natural fits. And he might not be a good head coach. I don't think he want to be fired. I think he done took on more than he can actually handle. It's Nathaniel Hackett all over again. He just been given a longer opportunity.
RC, they were this close to going to overtime.
I remember. I see.
If O'Donnell didn't throw the interception in the end zone to Asante Samuel, they've been going to overtime. They would have scored. I think
another thing. Why didn't Asante Samuel just run go score?
Yeah, he slid down. He didn't want to fumble. He didn't want to get caught from the back or something.
Oh man, come on! I got there about 14.
His dad would have took that back.
Yeah,
his dad would. So it's just Chargers, man. Staley, he playing with fire, man. You cannot be doing that on your own 30 up a score. Punt the ball. They have been driving down the field. Well, they start picking momentum late in the 4th, but make them drive down the field. Don't give them an easy touchdown, which they should have had. I feel like Jimmy G was in there. They would have scored.
No. Let me tell you something, bro. And I want y'all to hear me. The Raiders, to me, are the most, I don't have a clue if they're tanking or they're actually trying to win. It's the weirdest setup for me. Like, they address nothing on defense. They went and got a guy that's injury prone, who is injured now, Jimmy Garoppolo. Devontae's on an island. They don't use Jacobs. They got rid of Waller. It is the most, but what it is, it's the Bill Belichick's blueprint in Las Vegas.
Daniels.
And I heard Warren Sapp say this, that the Patriot way is dead.
Very.
And Josh McDaniels need to understand that, even over in Las Vegas is dead too, because players aren't just going to come in and be under your thumb anymore. Like, it's a player driven league, and I feel like this dude is trying to he's trying to create this in Belichick's image, and it's failing because Belichick's failing too now. So,
yeah. All right. They had a video of the fans screaming at Mark Davis, telling him to fire Matt Daniels now. They had to call security on the fans to get him out of there. They were yelling at Mark Davis, and Mark Davis sitting in his box just looking at him. All right. Speaking of the Patriots way, the Cowboys thrashed the Patriots 38-3. We saw Belichick walk over to Matt Daniels, walked over to Matt Jones and just looked down and he's like, all right, you on the bench. So we saw Matt Jones get benched. RC, is this it for Matt Jones?
So basically the Cowboys were sending a message to the 49ers.
Really?
That's all it was. They run the score up. Our games are going on at the same time. In the middle of my game, they show the Cowboys score and the crowd booing. So We're gonna score a lot of points. We're beating on the Cardinals. Y'all beating on the Patriots. I felt bad for the Patriots because I'm thinking, hey, listen, I kind of felt like, can the Cowboys play offense? All I know is they can play defense.
Yeah.
Their defense is giving them 14 points.
Hey, Dak, man, he
No,
looking different.
but
He's
listen,
so different. Oh, now he looks different.
listen. This is what I saw in that game watching the Patriots because I love watching the Cowboys lose, and I'm thinking to myself, damn, they defense, the Cowboy defense so good that we don't really Mac Jones really. It's like hut down, it's like dude didn't have a chance to do shit. And
He
and bro,
did.
what's even sadder? I think Belichick think he could run the stuff that he ran with Brady without Brady. And bro, guess what? Everybody ain't replaceable, dog. Everybody,
Mm-mm.
you can't replace everybody. You got the same playbook. I guarantee it's the same offense he ran with Brady, but he don't got a Brady. And poor Mac Jones getting killed, man. Like,
Man, he
dude,
had QBR 39. It was terrible. The game was awful.
should
But
have ran the
would you?
football. At least ran the football and try to set something up. Like,
But oh, he could have done that game. But what Belichick do from here on out? Like, stay with Bailey or go with Matt?
Mm, What in the quote of Bill Belichick, he said he didn't pull Mac Jones for Bailey Zappi. He took Mac Jones out because the game was over. He didn't bench him. He just pulled him.
After that pick six, that was it.
I mean, I know the team isn't good. I mean, they lost to Gonzalez Kid. They lost Matt Judon. So
Yeah,
that's
he
not
went
that
out.
y'all should beat them this upcoming week, especially with them losing Matt Judon and Gonzalez
I
Kid.
ain't betting on him
where's the game?
in
It's
New England.
in New England.
The Saints ain't winning
Can
that
can
game.
we can we trust Matt Jones to put up enough points? I mean, both. I mean, I would go under on the points.
But look, we saw
They're gonna
Mac
just be
Jones
a
week
defensive
one.
game,
We saw Mac Jones week one against the Eagles, and he was nice.
right?
So
He
you mean to
was,
tell me the
he was
Cowboys?
good.
So that's what I'm saying. I had to break this down to a Cowboy fan. It's a week-to-week league. I don't trust what I see because the Cowboys they did this to the Giants. If their defense able to spot them 14 points, they're gonna wash you.
I
But then
think
when they got a
I'm
player
sorry.
team, when they got a player team that can play, as in the Cardinals, the offense struggle. They kick a lot of field goals. So man, I don't know if I believe the Patriots are that bad. I don't think the Patriots are that bad. I
Matt,
think he just
Matt Jones makes some terrible throws. I understand he was under duress. He makes some terrible throws. Now, I think the Dallas defense has scored as many touchdowns as the offense.
yes, indeed. And when they have to play a team that can play, they're kicking field goals.
We're gonna
That's
see.
true. That's
We're gonna
true.
see.
So you picking the Cowboys this week?
I hope
Who
he
they
is.
play? They playing
I
against
hope he
who?
is.
They're playing the 49ers.
Please pick
I
the
don't know.
Cowboys.
Let
Do
me
not pick
think. Let
me.
me think about it.
Don't,
Let you think
Let me
about
think
it.
about it.
don't put that juju on
Let
really.
me do some homework. Let me do some homework and see.
Homework.
All right. RC, your time to shine. The 49ers beat the Cardinals 35-16.
Cardinals are much better than advertised. I've been waiting to say this on this podcast today.
Most
The
definitely.
Cardinals beat the Cowboys because, and they should have beat the 49ers, but the 49ers aren't the Cowboys. And I'm explaining to you, this is the most balanced the 49ers have ever been. They got a guy that can hit a home run at every level of their offense or defense. Like a skilled player out wide. I'm not gassing these guys up, man. These guys can play.
You
But
telling the truth.
the white running back in the back, the white guy back there is unbelievable. Some of the stuff he's doing, like, and that's a safety valve now for a quarterback that's still basically a rookie. Now here's the key. I need to holler at Mike Tomlin. You got rid of Josh Dobbs. Have y'all seen the way Josh Dobbs is playing football?
Yep.
Somebody's doing a very
Yep.
poor job evaluating quarterback talent in Pittsburgh because this kid,
Tennessee also, because he was in Tennessee too.
bro, he made every big throw. He can run out of the pocket.
Yep.
I mean, when we went up big, he drove right back
Mhm.
down. I'm talking about with 90 yards on the 4th-down defense. So I was thoroughly impressed. That score does not really truly represent how the game went. The 49ers had to
No.
really beat them. So the Cardinals are much better than advertised, and the 49ers are really balanced.
Do I say
And
more about the 49ers or more about the Cardinals?
I say it's more about the resilience and the fight of the Cardinals.
In between.
Because just the thing about the 49ers, you're going to get everybody best shot because media keeps saying you're the best team. And they just finding a way to win. And if you don't get Brock Purdy on the ground, because right now he's playing point guard.
Oh, yeah.
He's playing point guard on grass. And if you don't get it, if you don't knock him on his ass, it's going to be a lot of slow singing and flower break. I'm just telling you what I see. Because what I see is the ball getting out of his hand. But Ben, this week, he throw his first interception. The Cowboys going to get him because I think he's still a rookie in his time. Bro, you talking about ain't got an interception and we in week, what, 4 or 5? It's coming. He going to throw one.
We're going to be seeing. All right. The Chiefs beat the Jets 23-20. Zach Wilson, he's still getting a lot of flack. Flowers, what you think about that game?
It's in between. I've heard people give him all the praise and glory, and I'm on the other side of he played all right, but hell, he still fucked the damn game up.
Yeah,
at the end, he fumbled at the end. I kind of feel like the refs kind of helped Kansas City out in a sense.
Yes, indeed.
Mahomes did not play his greatest. He cost me in fantasy this week. Probably should have had 3 interceptions. The call on Sauce, that probably could have went either way.
Yeah, he did grab on top of the route.
Yeah, they both were going.
Not enough to get him off his route. So
you know,
tic-tac. I like to see the type of plays keep going. You know,
right? You know, 5-7 yards, right? You know, but once you get downfield with all that, I can see.
Yeah.
But Zach Wilson had a chance. The offense had a chance. They blunder it. Patrick Mahomes gets the ball back, hold the ball for 7 minutes, and doesn't allow them to, cash in on the chance to beat them. So, you got to give Kansas City credit for everything not being Guns N' Roses for them and Mahomes having to be superhero. The one thing I will say about them, now I know last year, we were pretty heavy on Tyreek not being there, but they found their way. But this year, it's apparent that, man, they need some wide-out help because they're not getting any kind of separation consistently on the edges. You double Kelsey and you make Tony and those other guys have to beat you. If you can get pressure on Mahomes, you can beat them. This is why I say Buffalo is better. Go ahead.
Oh, I was about to say, where is Sky Moore?
Somewhere in the sky. He about to be on waivers.
Is he invisible or something? Cause wasn't they bragging about this man all season? Sky Moore this, Sky Moore that.
Yes.
So that's telling right there that these receivers they can't get open.
I want to make a trade.
I don't know how much money do they have. How much money they pay?
Good. I mean, they moving it around so much. You trade somebody, trade some picks.
Would Devontae be available?
I don't think they can afford Devontae. Unless they move some money around. I don't think they can afford him, but I don't really think he needs a superstar receiver. I just think he needs somebody reliable.
I think the Chiefs, we're going to see that whole thing come to an end this year. It's time. Teams have figured them out. The Jets really had that game won.
They did.
To be honest with you, man, like Mahomes is going to be the reason why they lose because he's pressing now. He's pressing, and somebody's going to either knock him on his ass, knock him out of the game. Or he's going to start turning the ball over because Kelsey's not 100%. And those other guys, Tony is the one for me. He looked so good last year.
Yep.
And it's like, I don't know what happened. No, it's like I don't know, the Super Bowl made him feel like, I can drop my shoulders and I've arrived in the NFL.
He talk a lot of mean smack on Twitter.
Yeah, he don't look the
this
same.
past all season. My question is too, where's Jared McKinnon? I mean, last year they used him heavily. This year they're not using him that much.
And only when they bring him in, to me, when they bring him in, they're throwing it. They're gonna hit him in the flat, or Mahomes looking downfield somewhere. So maybe they're trying not to be as obvious with him. I mean, you don't really see Clyde Edwards-Helaire neither. Now Pacheco had a great game.
Yeah,
I like that. I like him. I like Pacheco. Pacheco.
But them 2 terrible interceptions Patrick Mahomes have, he tried to float it out there. Like them hard passes, even for Patrick Mahomes, to float it over a tall defender a corner. I think that linebacker, who was that? Came all the way across the field. They read him. Was this Mosley? You know, he tried to float it to that tight end, and Mosley he just drifted back. So it was like some of them plays were kind of they like, oh, Patrick Mahomes, he do it all the time. I don't understand why he make that pass. Like just because you able to do it, don't mean you should do it.
I
And
think
there was
too,
a couple instances where he shouldn't did them passes like that.
this is why Tariq's point came from a few years ago. They was able to win the Super Bowl, but we gotta put some respect on Juju. Juju's name. Juju he was a high pick. He was great in college. He's a a clown. He does this different stuff. But he's a good receiver, and he should have stayed in Kansas City.
I
But
agree.
he's a matchup nightmare in the slot. And so my thing is, you losing him and then replace him with a person the caliber of him. Because in the Super Bowl, Juju was big in the Super Bowl. So Mahomes don't have another guy that defenses are worried about. And so if Reed don't rely on the run, I think Buffalo can beat them. I think Buffalo can get past them.
That's why I'm kind of surprised they didn't call D-Hop.
It would have been a nice pickup for him. I mean, because that's hands that Mahomes know he can throw it to that are capable of catching the ball.
But God, I don't know if, and this is just me putting this out there. NFL tells you about players without even actually hearing what the conversations are.
That is
but
true.
you have to go through the National Football League and end up in with the Titans. How healthy is he?
And how much money did he want?
Like, because you got to understand, you don't think people did their homework? Like, so that tells you a lot right there. He ended up with the Titans.
I wouldn't want to pay him arm and a leg though. Now, if he wanted to come in on a minimum, which his ego probably was too big. I'm quite sure Kansas City would have signed him, but I say money talks with these players. Of course, it's more about a dollar more than value to themselves. So I'm quite sure.
Look what he doing for Tennessee.
Nothing.
Exactly.
You got Tannehill throwing you the ball.
Yeah, he's doing all right in Tennessee. He averaging like 7 or 8 targets a game. So, I mean, he probably done wonders for the Chiefs. All right, the last game, Seahawks beat the Giants 24-3. I know a lot of people playing Daniel Jones. RC, you talk about Daniel Jones about during the off season. Is it all on Daniel Jones again?
Like, to be honest with y'all, man.
Are you breaking up a little bit? You breaking up? I don't know what it is.
You're going out, see?
Yeah, you're going in and out. You might want to exit out and jump back in. I'll go with Flowers with this. Is it that all on Daniel Jones?
I can't put it all on Daniel Jones. I mean, they paid him the money, so it's easy to point it to him. But I'm looking at it last night, and I watched the game a good bit last night. They can't block anybody. They don't have too many people that can separate. I think the Seahawks sacked Daniel Jones like 11 times last night, something like that.
Right.
Crazy number. Just not enough time for him to do anything. I thought that they were a bad team at the beginning of the year, and then I kind of thought they might be all right. But like I said, listen to your first mind. They look terrible. I think they're one of the worst teams in the league.
They look unorganized. They look unmotivated.
Defense, terrible. Defense is terrible.
What happened to last year? Last year the defense was a script, but this year defense is even lacking. I mean, their running game is okay, but the secondary is terrible. They can't get any pressure. And it seems like teams are just marching them downfield as will.
We talk about Darren Waller. Where's Darren Waller?
How much they pay Darren Waller?
I mean, traded for him, but you can't get him the ball. I mean, what's the point of having him?
That's what I'm saying. How much they paying him right now? Cause there ain't no point of paying Darren Waller. On Underdog, they had him at 45 yards. I said he hadn't really hit 45 yards the last 3 weeks. So I went under.
Like 4.5 catches under.
Right. I went under. Right. And I hit, of course, because Darren Waller he's old, man. He just can't get open like he used to.
I don't think that's what it is, bro.
Injuries. Well, not always injuries.
Yes, overall, as a team, they are terrible.
But listen, I'm still trying to figure out how Daniel Jones got this team into the playoffs because they're basically the same. They really just lost.
Defense the worst.
The schedule last year, I mean, they had a pool schedule.
But
last
bro,
year.
Yeah.
I always say this about schedules in football, like National Football League. It's hard to win a game. They made the
It
playoffs.
is.
And so let me ask y'all this though. You pay a guy $40 million, but you don't get him no outside help.
That's the
Like,
problem right there. They paid them, and they they should
Yeah,
have
you
been.
can't pay. Yeah.
They should have franchised them.
but who else
Let
they
them prove
Right.
paying?
it.
Who else are they paying?
Saquon, Williams, the D tackle.
I mean,
Go trade. Go trade for somebody. Go do something.
listen,
Something
That's a
Mike
good question
Evans
because
right
that's only
now.
3 guys I just named. I don't know where the rest of the money is tied up in.
on defense. A little on defense. Dexter
Mike
Lawrence, Leonard
Oh yeah,
Williams.
just one.
Mike Evans will be a great fit. I feel like to me though, I'm always for the quarterbacks, man, because I learned my lesson about blaming the quarterback, knowing that the quarterback need a lot to be good. And
Mhm.
I honestly believe that Daniel Jones is not as bad as if we look at quarterbacks across the league, it's hard to really pick 10 really good ones.
You see the
Right?
interception? That was
Yeah.
a terrible throw.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was.
a terrible throw. Other
It
than
was.
that, he wasn't bad.
So it was so terrible. The ball through Dable through the tablet at him.
Peyton
You see
Manning,
that?
Eli on the main cast, like
This is my thing though. This is my thing. And I'm trying to be, because younger people always tell me about how great athletes are compared to athletes when I was growing up. And I always beg to differ because I feel like these guys now are paid off potential and
I
they never
agree.
really live up to it. And so what I'm saying about Daniel Jones, I'm not saying Daniel Jones is elite. Daniel Jones and Dak Prescott are the same quarterback. And this is where I'm going with this, Ben. They both are mobile quarterbacks. In college, Dak Prescott was a running quarterback. But in the National Football League, they're trying to make him stand in the pocket and throw it 30 and 40 times. That's like asking Michael Jordan to play with his back to the basket the whole game. And so my deal is this. These offensive guys, this is another one of freaking Bill Belichick guys running a team. Like, who's come back to earth. Didn't McDaniels make the playoffs last year with the Raiders? Did the Raiders make the playoffs last year? No?
They should have, but they couldn't tie. They didn't
Okay.
want to take the tie.
Just the common denominator is what I'm trying to draw the dots to is this is Belichick. And this is trying to squeeze blood out of a turnip. You're asking too much out of this kid instead of going to get weapons to put around. Look at the best teams in the National Football League. They got weapons, dog. So you don't think Daniel Jones look good in New Orleans? He could do something,
I think he would.
bro. He could do something that your quarterback can't do. He get the hell out of
Right.
there. He get the hell out of there. He ain't a
That
city.
was y'all need. That was y'all
Yep.
need right now.
That's why I like to. That's why I like to. Test out Justin Fields out of New Orleans.
If you like Justin Fields, you getting just Daniel Jones is the same thing.
I feel like Justin Fields got bigger upside than Daniel.
He got youth.
He got what?
He got youth. That's on the other side.
Well,
Okay,
if he's bigger and he's faster, I feel like
Dan Jones is a big quarterback, man.
Yes.
Dan Jones is bigger than Justin Fields.
Daniel Jones made the playoffs
Fields
with Richie James as his number 2 receiver.
I think the key factor is too they had a running game. They don't have a running game right now. Matt Breda barely broke 30 yards.
I say third string running back.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like they keying on the pass. Cause they not worrying about Matt Breda running the ball. So
he just goes to sell. Like the decision making was off. Like I said, we're not saying Dan Jones can't play. You franchise tag Dan Jones and you spend that money to put pieces around them.
But this is what I hate about the National Football League. Dallas get rid of Dak's number 1 option and Dalton Schultz with his safety blanket and Dalton Schultz. Yeah. Then they bring in a guy who's tall as Ben and they throw jump balls to him. Am I lying, Ben? Am I lying?
Who are you talking?
Brandon Cooks.
You and Brandon Cooks say hi. Y'all say hi. And they throw jump balls to Brandon. Hold on, man.
Hey, what you trying to say, bro?
They throw jump balls.
We can jump about the roofs.
To Brandon Cooks. But my blown when I watched the freaking Giants, I'm like, you bring in Darren Waller, that's a safety blanket. But you don't go get DeAndre Hopkins. You don't re-sign at least Odell. Like, it don't make sense, bro, because Josh McDaniels and this guy Dable have that same energy about trying to win with you know what? We can win with anybody.
We
We
can
can win
win
with
with
anybody.
plumbers.
No, you
Yeah,
can
it ain't gonna
not
happen.
this National Football League. You can.
That ain't gonna happen. All right. Let's go into some news real quick. Let's go ahead in overtime. All right, overtime. So there's been big talk right here about Jimmy Butler. So
Oh
here
Lord,
he is.
my stomach hurt.
Jimmy, last year you came out with the braids, man. What's this?
I had dreads last year.
Yeah, the dreads.
What's this?
Yeah.
This is my emotional state. One was my emotions. So this is what you get.
Yeah.
This is what you get. RC, what your emotional states look like?
Hey, I got a clip for you. You gonna be able to cut this up. That Negro look like a strong city girl. You hear me? Like, let me tell you something, bro. I listen. I want everybody to hear me say this. I have nothing against people who, it comes to their sexual preference or whatever they like, but I'm so sick of black men who play with this now. You playing with this. You don't want nobody to call you this or call you that, but you playing with it. You got earrings in your lip, you straighten your hair. Your hair look like Celia off the color purple. What it looked like you got really bad hair, son. Like you got really bad hair. You got some of that real Negro hair. I'm talking about nappy. And then you walk in there. That's a bad look, man. Dude look like to me. Like,
Perm that too, did he?
like to me, when I saw it, I knew he was trolling, but it ain't funny, Jimmy. And check this out, what I'm gonna take you, man. When the Negro was in Philly and in Chicago, he wouldn't have dared. He done went down there with Gabrielle Union and turned his ass out. Cause you know why, bro? Shimmy. He ain't himmy no more. He's Shimmy. He's Shimmy Butler. That's the name. He's Shimmy Butler. He done went down there and put earrings in his lip, and now he
Paint
pointing
his
his hair.
nails.
Why y'all won't let these women have this shit, man? Women can't have nothing.
So
Nothing.
no cane.
Come on.
He said this is emotional state. He's emo, man. He's like, this
Bro,
is
if
what
you
he is.
emotional Negro, cry. Cry, nigga. Listen, bro, cry. But don't go put your and then sit in front of them people in Miami and bam out of the bayou, like my boy say, is standing there looking at him like, is
You
this
make me
real?
uncomfortable.
All he can do is laugh.
He said he hate that lip piercing. I forgot what he told him. He said he said he making him uncomfortable.
Bro, that dude, bro, am I lying? Minnesota, Philly, Chicago, Jimmy Butler wouldn't have dared. What is in the
Nah.
water, man?
He played a little bit too well. How he was talking, his mannerism. I'm like, bro, no. Like that your emotional state took you there instead of become back like all pumped up, hardcore. Like, okay, y'all gonna see me,
Man.
you know. But nah, he chose this way. He didn't go B.A. Baracus. He didn't go Mr. T. You know what I'm saying? He went emotional emo way.
The dreadlock extensions got him to the finals, so he think the Beatles look gonna get him, finals MVP, I guess.
I'm gonna tell you. I feel sorry for the woman that's straightening that shit out.
She looking at this man like,
the hell wrong with you?
I'm gonna tell her, bro. You know, it look like a helmet. Like it look like a helmet. Like, dude, what I talk Jimmy about 6'5", 6'6"?
Yeah,
6'7" maybe.
New nickname, Shimmy Butler.
Shimmy.
he like he being a punk metal band.
Look, hey, RC, I know Ben probably don't remember this. You remember Immature, don't you?
Yeah. Yes.
You remember that? You remember that album cover?
Yes.
Well, Margaret Hughes had her hair laid down like that.
And bro, I had to get myself together with some younger guys and bring myself. We were arguing about this in the group chat, and I said, "Yeah, Prince did this, and Rick James did this, and blah blah blah." So I'm not saying this ain't never been done, and Jimmy, we ain't coming for your scalpel. All I'm saying is, why now? Like, this is so out of the norm. It's like me appearing up here next week or in a month, and I'm starting to
Right.
let my hair grow. What I'm doing.
When paint your
You
nails,
you
get
make
your
a
lip
point
pierced.
because Jimmy used to come off as a hard ass.
Mm-hmm.
So you do make a very good point about this.
Yeah, why not? Like
I think it's a prank.
no,
Pause too on that hard ass.
but let me tell you what he's doing. Let me tell you what he's doing. He's thinking about life after basketball. I saw Dennis Rodman do this when he left Detroit. And he started going this whole trying to find himself, and he started marrying himself and dyeing his hair. And Jimmy comes from Texas. Man, and I'm saying not all Texas people, but there's something about Dennis Rodman that's tying into Jimmy Butler, where he's finding himself and thinking about life after basketball. And guess who his idol or role model is? It's Dwayne Wade. And you see
That's
Dwayne
right.
Wade from time to time with
Black.
fishnet shirts on with his nipples out.
Yeah.
Like I'm just trying to make y'all understand who you talking about here. Listen, pick
That's
your
true.
friends and your surrounding because
Yeah,
you
pick your
start acting.
friends.
Come on, bro.
And he
Sit
started
down.
Right.
wearing he started wearing that black fingernail polish until we knew he was cool with Wade.
Right. Cause Wade was wearing black fingernail polish sometimes. I think he's
I
still
don't
doing
get
that
it.
crap.
Yes, I don't get why men wear colored fingernail polish. Like
Why?
I'm not trying to
Listen,
knock nobody. I'm not trying to
they don't
talk
scare
about
me.
nobody.
Look, I won't say this tonight.
I just I mean,
They don't scare me because
but
you
you
know
know what
why?
though? See, we're not
Go ahead.
talking to them though because
Right.
we know that they do that. But people like Jimmy Butler and Dwayne Wade that describe themselves as being a certain way,
Right.
but you're doing other things, feminine
I'm gonna
things, it makes us wonder.
Ain't
say
lying up.
I'm gonna say something to that community. Them people do their thing and they handle their I hate for folks to play with that.
Yes,
See, them folks
yes.
really own that. They about that. And then you got these guys who flirt with that or hide behind it, or you really want to express how you really feel. So what you do, you straddle this line. Just do what you're doing and put it on out there versus playing both sides. Because listen, any masculine man ain't pulling up like that.
No.
Right.
So I had to tell a guy, hey, do I think Rick James? Yeah. Do I think Prince? Yeah. They was into all kinds of stuff. Jimmy Butler inviting this conversation. See? You're not gonna see LeBron James pull up like that. You know. Now
Mm-hmm.
Russell Westbrook kind of be making me think, but
Yeah, he be scratching that line too.
I mean, you can't have no pants up here with I'm talking about the belt be right here. Like
Yeah.
it's like
That white dress he had on with them black combat boots
as
on that
men,
magazine cover.
Looking like a Girl Scout cookie.
as men, as men, one thing that I don't play about when it comes to heterosexual men, if that ain't who you are, you're not even gonna play around with it, no way, shape, form,
That's
or fashion.
true.
Like you're not gonna flirt with it, play with it at all. And so when Jimmy got out the car, he woke up that morning because Gabrielle had picked that. You know, she probably said, "Hey, tell Jimmy that he gonna kill him with this." You know, he showed me kill him. Looking like what you say? Look like flowers in the group chat.
Oh,
What you
it
say?
look
Look
like
like,
emo. We talking about the emo guy. Oh,
bro. Listen,
he talking, oh yeah, the emo. Yeah, and tonight will be the night that I fall for you.
and he damn sure failed. And I had to do it. I was in the group chat, man, and this dude was giving me flack. Why you gotta be questioning sexuality? I said, no, I'm not questioning
Oh
sexuality.
Lord.
Why can't women have their own shit? Why do men have to keep stealing their pinks and their hair? Like, if you're not really about that life, why you gotta show up to media day? To media day with a part in your hair. You don't even look like a pimp. You could at least look like a pimp. You look like you getting pimped.
That's
They were trying
true.
to say he look like Andre 3000 on
No,
AI.
he look like
On AI.
no. He look like Andre 1500. Like he don't look like 3000. You know, 3500 and 4000. Like to me personally, and look, if you're not on the looker side, you can't even play with that. Like Jimmy
Mm-hmm.
ain't God get to no woman, and then you out here, lips crusty with rings in them, and
That
sitting
looks
up there.
terrible. With
Football
eyeliner. Don't
mode.
forget the
Yeah.
eyeliner now.
What
Had
I
the
used to
black
do?
eyeliner. Huh?
I didn't see that. He had eyeliner on.
Yeah, he had black eyeliner on. So there you go. All right. Y'all ready to get into bet us. We got your game. Place your bets with Bet Us and win you some money. NFL season is going on. We have Major League Baseball playoffs starting up. So place your bets and win big. All
Yeah,
right.
with just 1 or 2 games for the past couple weeks, man. Just always
Right.
one.
There's
One or
always
two.
one.
Yep.
All right. Flowers, who your stud?
Matthew
Oh,
Stafford.
hold on. My bad. Hold on, my bad.
Getting early. Jump.
Stud and dud of the week. Flowers, who your stud?
Matthew Stafford. I show love when love is needed.
That's right.
3rd down and 4. Stafford throws. There he is. Nakua to the end zone. Rams win.
That boy
Look at the
wide
middle
open.
of the field. Middle of the field, man. The whole damn day.
He lived there. He built his house there in the middle.
Out of bricks, man.
Oh man. RC, who your stud?
Man, my Caucasian brother from another mother. CMC. He
Praise him,
basketball
Ben.
I'm talking about.
I don't have nothing against. He on my fantasy team. He
I
had
know that's why I said praise him, because he saved your black ass this week.
Hey, 3 touchdowns for me, baby. 3 of them.
He almost had 4.
Motion by McCaffrey. The swing to McCaffrey. Use check blocking out front. Oh, a hurdle for McCaffrey. Ripping his way for the touchdown.
He got that 23 on too. He got that gold number on too. He balling.
He do that. All right, my stud is CJ Stroud.
That's a good pick.
In this game, their front has been able to mask some of that.
There's a pass. Beautiful ball. Collins, and he's going to waltz in. Touchdown.
A Michigan guy catching the pass from a Buckeye. You see the football?
The irony, right?
Yeah.
And RC, there go your boy Nico, right? Nico, there he is.
Hey, I think it's time for us to start paying attention to the receiving corps. They get over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. All right, Flowers, who your dud?
I give love and I give hate, Matt Jones.
Second down, a lot of time. Jones just can't find. Comes back across the field. This time he pays the price. Deron Bland, pick 6.
He ran 3 o'clock.
They tell you not to throw it back across the field.
Oh my goodness!
That Bland.
Like, oh, he open. He open.
Nope. He got 8 interceptions. That kid's good. He got 8.
Yeah,
I think he's been in the league 2 years, 3 years.
My word. All right, RC, who your dud is?
It's Joe Burrow. And the reason being, Joe, you got to know when you pull yourself out of the game.
I'm telling you.
Tell me. He can't even move around in the pocket.
So you're playing 2 high safeties and basically just saying you're going to have to throw it underneath.
And that ball got out of the hands of Burrow.
Bro, I want to say this. I think we're watching Joe Burrow's body break down in front of us. Like, all those
I hope
years.
not. I hope
Bro,
not, man.
They made it to
might
a
be
Super
right.
Bowl without an offensive line. Think about that.
Right. All right, my dud of the week is DTR.
Poor fella.
That's part of it, the mystery of the NFL. Thompson Robinson.
Wow.
Intercepted. Gino Stone with the pick.
Shoot, he overthrew that man so much. I was the nearest person to that pass.
But look, that dude sold death. I mean, he must have been on his fantasy team. Like,
Like,
dude,
I don't know. He said, I help you out.
Hey, he must have been on his underdog card. That kid he threw to must have been on his underdog card. I want to make sure you give me some money.
Man, that about 20 yards off.
Yeah, too far off.
My word. All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. So we had a great time tonight. We might be back Friday night. We'll see. But anything else, guys, y'all want to bring up before we end the show?
Good show, man. Good, fast, express show.
Right. We got in, hit the details quick and hard. So that's the way we got to the point pretty much.
Yeah.
You know
what really helped the show? He didn't cry about Sean Payton tonight. Usually be like,
That is true. I started yelling his ass, but I changed my mind.
Nah, you know what, man? I ain't bad for champagne anymore right now. So I got my own problems going on. I got my own problems. Can't be worrying about the Broncos and worrying about the Saints.
Around your own front door.
Right. I got too much going on. So again, guys, like and subscribe if you're new. Help us reach our goal and subscribers. Tell your family and friends. We really appreciate that. And we love the support, man. Support your family and friends. It's very important. So continue to inspire others and just do your thing, wherever that is. All right, guys, we are out of here.
Peace.